It's Moodle time!
Welcome back to Moodle Time. Today we're going to take a look at glossaries. And again, there's a lot you could say about glossaries, and I'm just going to do a real brief idea. Right now I have a header, I have the tile format, I got all my units in here. And what I want to do is actually on the side here have a place for quotes. So that when the students come visit my website or the Moodle, that there'll be a random like quote generator up here, and that could be quotes. It could be like terms that they need to know. They could be maybe equations for math that they need, or physics they need to know, or science. It could just be words of inspiration. It could just be pictures. It's totally up to you. Like famous works of art. I don't know. Anyway, so what that looks like, if you actually, I did that already in my again in my physics one here. You'll see on the side here I have Charles Darwin here given a quote, and if I refresh my page, after every time I refresh it, it should randomly go to another one. And so here's Marie Curie giving some inspiration, and so it's for this class it's always a new physicist or a chemist that's telling us inspiring things. So how do we make something like this? I'm about to show you. So again, this is totally up to you whether you want to do this kind of thing. If you don't want to, you don't need to bother doing this at all. Let's go, well, just actually before I go out of this class, I'll show you where it's set up here. I could have set it up in the hidden stuff unit, but I actually set up the glossary in here, and so this glossary I called famous quotes. So if I click on it, you can see there's this glossary, and I have Albert Einstein and Darwin and Newton and so on. We have all these people in here, and I have quotes underneath them. Okay, and I drag and drop pictures off the internet to show who these people are. Okay. That's the general setup, so I'll show you how to do that. You don't need to have a picture. If you wanted to just do terms, you could just do, say velocity, and they give the description, and do acceleration or whatever the terms are for your class. Okay, and then you actually don't need any words at all. You could have just pictures as well. So totally up to you how you want to do that. So let's go to the new Moodle time. And again, I could create another unit here that's hidden and create the glossary in there, but actually I'm just going to create it in this first unit here. There's nothing in here, and so in order to put something in there, I got to go all the way to the top to this little settings, this action menu thing, and I'm going to say turn editing on. So with turn editing on, now if I scroll down, I can see that I have now an option to add an activity or resource, and essentially adding some sort of resource here. And let me just show you them on the side here. So there's lots of different options here that we have, and again, if there's something here that you've heard about or you've seen a video about that's not here that we can get, you can always contact a person in charge here, or you could email me too, but I'll be just forwarding on to the request onto the board office. So just know that we can get other things here. Some things cost money, but a lot of things are free. So you're going to go to glossary. Glossary is right under the games in this case, and click on it and go add. Now there's a big description of everything here, and so you feel free to read that when you have time. And we are adding the glossary, or the group of, in this case, quotes. And so I'm going to call this maybe teacher quotes. That could be entertaining. That's the name of my glossary. The glossary type, it could be a secondary or a main glossary. A main glossary, you can, if you click the question mark here, you can read about how a main glossary is a glossary in which entries from secondary glossaries can be imported. So we're not going to do any of that kind of importing. So second glossary is is fine. We're only allowed to have one main glossary anyway, so we're going to just set it up as a second glossary. And I'm not going to put a quotation or description of the teacher quote, so but if you did, you could display that. And then entries approved by default. Yeah, we're going to actually put them in manually after we create this glossary. And the appearance. And so you can have simple dictionary style. I'm going to try with like, I'm not sure of all the differences between all these formats, but I'm going to click on full with author as the kind of format I want. I probably, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but and then default the same as display format 10. Anyway, all this other stuff I'm just going to leave how it is and click on save and return to course. So now I have inside of this electricity unit, I have teacher quotes glossary. Right now there's nothing inside of it, so I'm going to click on it and look at no entries found in this section, which is not surprising because I haven't done anything yet. So we're going to add a new entry. And this is where all the work goes in, where you click on add a new entry and then you put in all the information. Now for mine, we could have a concept there. Doesn't really, this would make sense if, say, I was doing velocity and then I would, just give the definition down here. That would make sense to use the concept for it. But for this one, doesn't make a lot of sense to use a concept. So I'm just going to actually put in the teacher's name. So I'm just going to put Atkins. I'll put myself in right now, and maybe I'll add some other teachers as well. And or you could call it whatever you wanted to, but I think we're not going to even display that. We'll set it up so it doesn't display. And definition. So this is actually where I want my picture to be and where I'm wanting my quote and all that stuff. So first I want a picture. Now you can see here it says insert image, but you can do it there actually. You can insert an image and go through the steps and put the file in, or you can attach the file here and then insert it. And that's kind of what I like to do. Why? I don't know why. But here I'm going to take a picture of me. I'm going to drag it in there. Okay. Now once it's up there, oh, it's rotated. That is terribly unfortunate. I might have to fix that later on. Anyway, I'd have to click Save Changes. Oh, I got to put something in here. Okay, my quote is going to be, I think I'll just say, as it should be. Something like that. And I'll put Mr. Atkins. And I think the nice format for this is to bold the name and to keep the quote under there. So I'm going to save changes. If I don't think I can insert the image right away until, yeah, it's not in there right now. So I could upload a file here. So I could choose it here and then upload this file. Maybe I'll do that for the second one. But the way I can do this is click Save Changes. Okay, then go back into this one. And to go back in, you go this little edit here, edit, and we'll insert, I think I want a space there. We'll insert a picture, browse, recent files. Now my picture is there. Select this file. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's there. It's an enormous file. We can align with the bottom, top, middle, that kind of thing, wherever you think it's going to go. For now, I'm going to say align with the bottom. I believe I can just change that later, and description not necessary. So we'll save that image. It's a very large image here. We'll see. I might have to crop things down. And then save changes. Okay. So there it is. There's a picture of me wearing the As It Should Be t-shirt, and that's my quote. Okay. And I actually, looks like, well, we'll see. We'll see if that needs a spacing in there. Okay. I have just one entry for now, but I'll add more entries. But I just want to show you what this would look like. So you'd add another entry if you wanted to put, some other person quoting, and I will do that. But first I'm going to go back to my Moodle course, and now my teacher's quote has one entry, and now I want to create the actual block. And so to create the block, you must be on the turn editing. It has to say turn editing off. Basically, it's in the turn editing on mode, which you already should be on if you're following this. And then if you scroll down, you can say add a block. If you have this set to turn editing off and you scroll down, you're not going to have the opportunity to do that. So to add a block, so you have to go turn editing on and then go add a block. Now look at all these block options we have. I'm going to move myself here. We have activities and so on. There's a lot here. There are more blocks that could be added. So again, if you find one that's not here that you'd like to have added, again, talk to our division about that. The one we want to select is random glossary entry. So I'll click on that. And you'll notice that by default it puts it over here, which is great. We could have it moved around, but for now I like that just fine. I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to configure random gloss entry block. Now here the title is random glossary entry. I don't really want that title, so I'm just going to delete the title. And I could call it teacher quotes, but I think I'll just delete it. And just see what that does. Maybe I have to press enter on that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, magic. Okay. It automatically selected. Okay, what you didn't see, and this is okay. I just don't fully like the way it's set up yet. So going back into the configuration, take entries from the teacher quote. Now it had to take it from the teacher quote glossary because that's the only glossary I've set up. But if you want to set up more glossaries, maybe you want to have a glossary for each unit or whatever you want to do, then you could change it and switch it to a different, take it from a different source. Days before new entry, you can keep that at 0. I like to have a random entry, and so that every time they do something on the website, a new quote will come up. And show concept or heading for each entry. That's where I had my name, I believe, so I'm going to say no on that. You can display links to actions of the glossary of yeah, okay. And then when a user can add a new entry, I'm going to actually just space this out. I press the space to clear all these out because I'm not wanting anyone to do any editing. And I'm going to put a space there. I wonder if that will get rid of the title. Yes, there it is. So there's a photo of me. There's as it should be. I don't really like the spacing there. So where do I change that? I have to change that actually in the glossary itself. So if I go into the glossary here, I can just click on it. And I need to edit this thing. So I go down to the edit below the picture. And I'm just going to go here, press enter, just like that. And save changes. Again, this is a monster size picture, so your pictures might be a little smaller, they might fit a little nicer, but it doesn't really matter too much. The picture is always going to be kind of restricted to that size. Okay, so that's how you add a glossary. And now I'm going to just quickly add some more. I won't bore you with adding more. Oh no, actually I should bore you with one more. Sorry. Let's go to the teacher quotes because I can show you how to add it the other way and then you can decide. So add a new entry. Again, the concept. Let's put Tardif in this time. I haven't asked him if I can or not, but if he doesn't like it, I can take him out again. We're going to, instead of drag and dropping the photo in there, I'm going to just go attach a picture, browse, and I'm going to go to upload a picture. I'm going to, what you don't see is I have a folder open, another window, and I'm dragging and dropping pictures in here. So maybe I should just show you that. Oh, whatever. Just imagine. Cancel. Choose a file. Nice. So we're going to go to Moodle videos. Is that where I have it? And you can see I got my picture there. And I'm going to add Tardif here. Okay, and we're gonna, do I have to say what I'm gonna save it as? Let's just try upload this file. So I haven't actually done it this way before. Again, I don't want a description. We'll align it from the bottom. That should be okay, hopefully. And here's a picture of Tardif, given the look after he won the championship. And so underneath him, I'm going to put his quote that he often says when he plays ping pong. And I think he says "Oh diggity" instead of not "hot diggity," but "Oh diggity." I could be wrong. And Mr. Tardif. Okay, and nothing else I need to say. So now when I go to my course, it should randomly select between me and Mr. Tardif. So let's go ahead and just refreshing the page to see if it'll actually pick up Mr. Tardif. There you go. Boom. So having two things, not the best. It's better to have many entries, and that way when it goes randomly, picks one, there's a better chance that it won't pick the same one twice. Alright, so hopefully that helps. Just a reminder, if you have any questions or topics that you want me to cover, please comment in the just below here, in the comments below the video, and let me know what you'd like. Also, if you have some teacher quotes that you'd want me to add to this, please tell me the quote and the teacher, and if you had a nice picture of them, you can send the picture to me and I can put it on here, so that as I go through all these video series, there'll be a new picture appear all the time, and that could be entertaining. Alright, that's it for now. We'll see you again.